The 1990s. Kickboxing sweeps the world. Dutch fighters lead the charge with their ultra-aggressive style. Fighters become legends and inspire a generation. December 4th, 2015. Kickboxing comes home.
Bad boys.
Back again, back again.
Bad boys.
Back again, back again, back again.
What a performance!
Live from the Rai Center, Amsterdam, Glory 26. The Dutch production line of champs just keeps on coming, and Glory 26 sees 2 world title fights in one night. Top of the heavyweight pile, an epic rematch.
There's a reason Rico Verhoeven is called Glory Heavyweight Champion.
Dutch maestro Rico Verhoeven defends his crown against Romania's Benjamin Adegbuyi.
I'm not fighting on a coin flip. I'm not fighting for 50-50. I'm always fighting for 100%.
Can Adegbuyi extract revenge and halt Verhoeven's dominance in the division? The welterweight title sees Dutch destroyers Nieky the Natural Holzken and Murthel the Predator Groenhart settle scores as they bring their bitter rivalry to the Glory ring for the first time. The Predator promises to take the crown.
Hey, Nieky, I hope you're ready for me, man. 'Cause I'm about to take your head off.
In a match 5 years in the making. And the featherweights fly in the contender tournament, headed up by Morocco's Moussab Amrani. Born and raised in the Netherlands, the man they call the Jaguar comes up for the 3rd bout against South Korea's Chi Bin Lim. And California's heavy hitter Shane Oblonsky takes on Brazil's ultra-aggressive new kid on the block, Nieky Holzken. For the first time ever, Glory goes Dutch as kickboxing comes home. It's time for Glory! Our 2015 season concludes with our first ever visit to the original home of kickboxing, Amsterdam. Located in North Holland, it remains the most populated city of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Having transformed over the centuries from a quaint fishing village with breathtaking canals to one of the leading financial centers in Europe, Amsterdam now holds the designation of being the Mecca of kickboxing. Glory 26 Amsterdam features 2 world title fights, with both champions calling the Netherlands home. 2-time defending heavyweight champion Rico Verhoeven puts his belt on the line against #1 ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi of Romania, who earned another title shot by winning the recent heavyweight contender tournament at Glory 24 Denver. In the welterweight division, Nieky Holzken makes his first title defense. Viewed by many as the best pound-for-pound kickboxer in Glory, he meets fellow countryman Murthel Groenhart, who won the welterweight contender tournament at Glory 25 Milan. The season-ending contender tournament at Glory 26 features the featherweights, with the winner getting a title shot at newly crowned champion Sergey Adamchuk, who defeated Gabriel Varga in Milan. The fastest men on the Glory roster explode into action in this one-night featherweight tournament. 4 of the top 5 featherweight contenders fight for the right to challenge the newly crowned Sergey Adamchuk for the featherweight title. The first bout features #1 contender Moussab the Jaguar Amrani. This solitary predator shows no fear of going toe-to-toe with his opponents and will take the fight straight to #4 ranked Chi Bin Lim. Lim has faced Amrani twice before, and with 1-1 on their score sheets, the experienced South Korean will hope his lightning-fast kicks can stop Amrani's fearsome power. In the other semifinal, #3 ranked rising star Shane Oblonsky returns to the Glory ring. This tough Californian traveled a rough road to the top flight and will fight anyone put in front of him. His barn burner of a fight with Varga at Glory 17 went to the judges and earned him the respect of fans. This fight against ultra-aggressive Nieky Holzken is set to raise the profile of one of these exciting new prospects. 4 men will enter the ring. 1 will become the contender. Still to come, a look at the rematch between Rico Verhoeven and Benjamin Adegbuyi for the heavyweight title. But up next, the road taken by Murthel Groenhart. December 4th sees kickboxing back in its rightful home with Glory 26 Amsterdam. The Dutch masters Verhoeven and Holzken defend their titles for the very first time on home soil. In an epic rematch, Verhoeven takes on resurgent Romanian Benjamin Adegbuyi. Holzken faces off against Glory 25 tournament winner Murthel the Predator Groenhart. Plus, the featherweights fly in the contender tournament. Glory 26 Amsterdam, December 4th, live from Rise Center. Glory 25 featured an impressive tournament performance by Murthel Groenhart. 2 fights in one night is no easy task, and Groenhart had just enough left in the tank to take the trophy and earn his first title shot.
Time for round number 2 here in Monza, Italy. The first of our 2 semifinals in the welterweight contender tournament. Murthel Groenhart in the white gloves, Nicola Gallo in the black.
It was a bit of a feel-out round in that first one. Groenhart landed the better shots, of course, but he's not going for the gusto, and he's smart to not do that. He's not wasting a lot of energy either. Gallo has to know that he's got to mug Murthel Groenhart to win this fight. He can't do it at a distance.
Favorite in this fight, putting it on Nicola Gallo. Looking for the finish. Gallo shelling up in the corner. Knee to the midsection by Groenhart.
Bad place to be against Murthel Groenhart.
Groenhart chasing a rematch with current champion Nieky Holzken. Still bitterly disputes the decision loss he suffered to the champion back in 2010. A proud new papa, his son Jafi was born in February, so has a new mouth to feed and is fighting with a bigger sense of purpose. But again, against Nicola Gallo, this is expected as the time called by the referee.
Yeah, there's a nasty cut.
And another cut. Wow, right between the eyes.
Really bad place. Oh.
And the fight is over. And Nicola the Tractor Gallo, run over by the bulldozer known as Murthel the Predator Groenhart, opens a nasty gash between the eyes, and the Predator has booked passage to the tournament final. Midpoint of round 1.
I don't see any recklessness of Murthel, and Murthel has been reckless in the past.
Dropping right hand, another right hand rocks Gadji. A flurry of punches, and down goes Gadji. And in the final of the tournament, 3 knockdowns in a round, 4 knockdowns in the fight constitutes a TKO. Gadji down for the first time in this fight here.
With a minute and change left,
Lots of time.
Groenhart got to pick his shots here, though.
Groenhart just unloading everything on Gadji, has him in trouble along the ropes. The Predator stalking his prey.
Groenhart got to be careful not to use up too much gas here.
Knee, and that knee paid dividends against Gallo.
Yeah.
And it's, well, rattled the anatomy of Gadji.
I love that knee. It's a stair-climb knee. Come up with the right knee and then throw the left.
Man, just an unbelievable pace. The mouthpiece is out, and maybe soon Gadji will be out. Karim Gadji, at 34 years of age, trying to, well, regain his faculties, but not getting an opportunity to breathe here as Groenhart again on the attack. Gadji swinging wildly, gets tagged with a right hand. A symphony of strikes from the Predator in the white gloves, Gadji in the black.
Murthel's starting to get a little wild here.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful.
Gadji known for his break dancing. He's involved in a different type of dance tonight, and not the kind I'm sure he would have liked going into this final. But you're right, Groenhart, he's a big guy at 6'1", 170 pounds, and there are the total strikes. The numbers say it all. Under a minute left in the second round.
It's going to get Gadji a little bit of a shot here.
There's a beautiful left uppercut, right hand combination, outside low kick by Gadji, who's putting himself back into this fight.
Oh! Roundhouse into a crescent kick. I love it.
And we've seen it in the past. And no, not to be critical, but Groenhart has faded down the stretch in the past.
Yes, he has. And it was like I was calling during the first round. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
He didn't pick his shots.
He was all over over Gadji, unable to finish him, and now
he seems to be paying the price.
he is paying the price, but still with 15 seconds left in the second round, Gadji has definitely been able to get back into the fight. But Groenhart still shooting. There's a knee, the right hand by Groenhart. Terrific stuff here in the final. High drama here in round number 3. Is Murthel Groenhart's gas tank developing a leak? Is Karim Gadji got enough to come back? How do you have it after 2 rounds, Steven?
Well, I've still got Murthel Groenhart, regardless if it was a 10-8 or 10-7 round, ahead in the fight because of the knockdown. That last round was 10-9 for Karim Gadji, but he needs more. He needs 2 more knockdowns minimum to win this fight.
And Gadji on the attack, delivering kicks that just missed, now in the clinch, and the bigger Groenhart should have the advantage, but in glory again, for those of you watching for the first time, if you clinch, you must execute an effective knee strike immediately, or the referee will break you up, and you only have 5 seconds to do so, usually.
Well, Groenhart throwing some pretty decent punches here.
Oh, and there's that knee, his calling card. Oh,
Gadji moving in.
And it looks like the crowd here in Monza, Italy may be behind Gadji. Look at this stuff now. Swinging, good punches, unbelievable. Well, I guess it is believable because it's happening.
Right in front of us here in Milan, Italy. Groenhart getting put onto the ropes again.
I've said it once, I will continue to say it, and yes, obviously we are proud and honored to be sitting here ringside, but Steven, nothing beats Glory Kickboxing, the fastest fight sport and one of the most TV-friendly combat sports on the planet, and you are seeing evidence of it in every match here tonight.
There's no question about it. This fight is amazing. So much heart, so much courage. Karim Gadji coming back from, looked like the depths of, he was going to go out.
And this comes from 2 guys who have covered all combat sports at the highest level. And I'm very honored and proud to have been part of MMA and now boxing. But man, Glory Kickboxing, look at this stuff. Final seconds of the fight. Gadji and Groenhart, maybe not enough for Gadji, but hats off to both of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 grueling tournament rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. They score this bout 29-27, 29-27, and 30-27, all for your winner by unanimous decision. And now, Glory Welterweight Contender Tournament Champion, Murthel Groenhart!
The victory in the Contender Tournament vaulted Groenhart up 5 spots from number 6 to number 1. And the title shot, making his first title defense in Glory at 9-0. Holzken and Groenhart have never met in the Glory ring. We sat down with each of them as they prepared for their first ever meeting for the Welterweight Championship of the World.
Oh, it's very important, this fight for me in Amsterdam. You know, though, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really thinking about the belt. You know, it's nice to have this Glory belt. You know, it's nice, it's shining, it's all nice, all that kind of things, but I don't really think about the belt. The only thing that's going through my mind is to put Nieky down, is to win, you know, the fight against Nieky. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. I just want to fight against this guy because the fight 5 years ago, you know, in my opinion, in lots of guys' opinion, it was a bad decision. You know, so I'm glad that I can fight against Nieky Holzken here in Amsterdam Glory 26. You know, it gives me a lot of motivation for him being the number 1 and for me winning the welterweight tournament.
Here is Murthel the Predator Groenhart!
Oh, when I went to the tournament, the only thing was on my mind was Nieky Holzken. Yeah, these guys, you know, they were just an obstacle in my way for the fight against Nieky.
And now, Glory Welterweight Contender Tournament Champion, Murthel Groenhart!
So he gets his wish.
That fight is my dream, you know. and I don't let nobody play around with my dreams.
I'm nervous to fight because everybody wants to win for me. Everybody calls me out lately, and yeah, but I don't give anything about it because I'm trained like always, like crazy, and do what I'm good at is training hard and try to win my fights. I train here a couple of times a week. It's good for explosion. Do a lot of sprinting and stairs.
Fantastisch.
Dankjewel hè.
Super. Topprestatie.
Dankjewel. The reality soap what we have is a very big success in Holland. Every week we have more than 100,000 people extra watching. I do the reality show because I want to be an ambassador for the kickboxing in Holland. Okay. Yeah, we're now at my father-in-law, his company, his car company. He also has a car company besides his hard training what we do. I'm coming here almost every day to take some coffee, and most of the time I pick up. Opa told me to, my grandfather told me he goes with me to the training. My training is going good, training hard last weeks. I have the last week, Sunday, I have a fight, and I win the fight by KO. And now I'm gonna train very hard to make another good show at the 4th of December. What can I tell about the fight with Murthel? Yeah, that will be an interesting fight. We met each other a few years ago, and I win that fight, but some people say it was, yeah, it could go either way. So it would be interesting for me to give a better performance this time. Talks a lot of things about our last fight and what he wants to do better and what he can do better. He also does a little bit of trash talking, but I don't care. I see through trash talking. I don't talk with my mouth, I only talk with my knuckles. So it will be interesting for December.
With emotions running high, this title fight will be can't-miss TV. We'll have part 2 of Nieky Holzken and Murthel Groenhart a bit later. But up next, we take a look back at Nieky Holzken's championship moment against Raymond Daniels at Glory 23, Las Vegas. December 4th sees kickboxing back in its rightful home with Glory 26 Amsterdam. The Dutch masters Verhoeven and Holzken defend their titles for the very first time on home soil. In an epic rematch, Verhoeven takes on resurgent Romanian Benjamin Adegbuyi. Holzken faces off against Glory 25 tournament winner Murthel the Predator Groenhart. Plus, the featherweights fly in the contender tournament. Glory 26 Amsterdam, December 4th, live from Rise Center. Las Vegas, side of Glory 23, saw number 1 ranked welterweight Nieky Holzken take on number 3 ranked Raymond Daniels of the United States for the belt vacated by then champion Joseph Valtellini due to injury.
An electric atmosphere here at the joint of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Rematch, Raymond Daniels looking for vengeance against a man who believes he's the uncrowned Glory welterweight champion. He has an opportunity to bring the belt back to the Netherlands tonight. Nieky Holzken. The bell in round 1, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. We are joined by the former Glory welterweight champion, Bazooka Joe Valtellini, at ringside. Joe, what do you expect to see in round 1?
Well, you can already see Nieky Holzken pushing Raymond Daniels against the rope. That's where you want to keep Raymond Daniels to avoid those big spin kicks.
Daniels known for his cavalcade of kicks. A karateka through and through. His black belt father introduced him to karate at a young age, and while I don't know karate, I know crazy, and just like the title of the James Brown song that contains that lyric, Daniels seeking payback tonight.
Daniels using a lot of side-to-side movement to stay out of that corner.
And for Holzken, Joe, one of the most savage body punchers in the sport, going upstairs with the left hook, delivering a nasty knee as well.
You can see Nieky Holzken already throwing those big combinations, but Raymond Daniels is using a lot of energy right now. He looks really tense, so this is a 5-round fight. He's got to conserve some of that energy.
Daniels actually landed a couple punches there, which surprised me. But I don't think he wants to box with Holzken.
From the last fight, he seems to be better getting away from those corners now. Nieky's just keeps walking and stalking him into those corners, so he's got to keep moving.
Daniels said that there was the loss to you in the tournament that led to him really focusing on checking low kicks and working on low kicks. And of course, for Nieky Holzken, you tasted defeat against Holzken. What did you learn from that fight, Joe?
Well, after the Holzken fight, I really started to work my boxing, just as Raymond Daniels has. And I think I realized that boxing does play a big part in the glory ring.
Of course, Nieky Holzken idolized the late Ramon Dekkers. When he reached 22, he moved to Breda so he could train with Dekkers at the world-famous Golden Glory Gym. And like everyone else in the combat sports community, was deeply saddened by the sudden death of Dekkers in 2013 at just the age of 43. And I'm sure, should he prevail tonight, he'll be thinking of his fallen hero, Ramon Dekkers.
One thing I'm noticing, there's a huge slowdown in the pace here. Daniels has relaxed, and he's standing more toe-to-toe with Holzken. Holzken isn't pressing forward because I think Daniels landed a couple of those pop shots, and it made Holzken think twice about just running in, trying to trap him on the ropes.
Daniel, go ahead.
Daniel has to be careful when he's jumping in with those big punches. And Nieky has a really good counter left hook that can catch Daniels anytime.
Counter right hand by Daniels behind Holzken's guard. Low kick by Daniels.
Yeah.
Entertaining opening round. The bell in round 2. Holzken told us that Daniels said that a rematch would be different because he would be fresh instead of having to fight a tournament fight first. Well, Holzken said the same applies to him, and he said that it's going to be a hard night for Raymond Daniels here in Las Vegas. Daniels with all kinds of energy expenditure. And while it's flashy and yes, it's entertaining, it has to be draining in that gas tank.
So far, Daniels does not seem perplexed about being against the ropes or being in the corner. Other than that first burst of energy in the first round where he's desperately running away from the corners, now he doesn't really care, it seems.
It looks like Nieky's giving him a little bit more space compared to the last fight, which is allowing Raymond Daniels to get a little bit more of his kicks off and move laterally a little better.
Daniels all about high risk, high reward, and he does. He needs that space to launch his attack. A couple of inside low kicks by Nieky Holzken.
And Daniels got the better of the punching exchange, ironically, in the first round.
And Holzken with the
Holzken did the kicks. So what's going on here? You got to all flip around. We're in bizarro time now.
Minute 45 left in round 2. A knee by Daniels. Right hand over the top. Holzken focused. Fires off the straight right. Southpaw Daniels now along the ropes, avoiding that one punch from Holzken. A minute and a half left in the round.
This is going to be an endurance contest, a battle of attrition. And plus, the guy who can take the most punishment, keep going.
Nieky's really good at, changing the intensity of his punches. He could really save a lot of energy. He likes to tap the head and then go hard to the body.
In their first meeting at Glory 19 in the finals of a welterweight contenders tournament, we saw Holzken cornering Daniels just like he's doing right now and nullifying his explosive offense with tight boxing fundamentals.
Yeah, but Daniels is firing back here.
Yes, he is.
And he's not pinned against the ropes. He's about a foot away from the ropes.
One of the good things Raymond Daniels is doing, he's not really being a standing target. That's one of his biggest issues in his last fight. When he's in the corners, he's throwing and moving and getting out of there.
Exactly. There's that left hook to the body. And Raymond Daniels took a deep breath afterwards.
30 seconds left in the second round. A knee and a right hand by Daniels.
Wow.
Flashes the 1-2 through the guard of Holzken. A straight right followed by a left by Daniels upstairs. And Holzken may be baiting him. Joe, you've been in with both guys. Maybe Holzken wanting Daniels to unload all of his shots and waste that energy.
Nieky's really intelligent, and I can see him really picking it up in the last 3 rounds. Yeah. But Raymond Daniels is doing a great job right now, keeping momentum and continuing to throw.
Good stuff through 2 rounds. Joe, how do you have it after the first 6 minutes of action?
I have 2-0 for Raymond Daniels.
And why?
He's throwing more, he's landing more, he's being more aggressive, and you see he's keeping his momentum.
Very impressive thus far. Steven, do you concur?
I have to be uncongressional and agree.
Raymond Daniels needs to be careful with his guard after he's throwing his punches. Nieky has a really good counter left hook that Raymond Daniels should give a little bit more respect to.
And fast hands by Raymond Daniels, but yet Holzken standing in front of him, missing with the right. Good counterattack by Daniels.
The fade back by Raymond Daniels and the counterattack. I love it. If that takes quick reflexes.
Floyd Mayweather.
Muhammad Ali.
Spinning back kick to the breadbasket by Daniels, but on the counter is Holzken. He hasn't been to the corner. Right hand, left hook by Holzken, then the knee up the middle.
Raymond Daniels needs to get out of those corners. He's being that standing target again that he can't be.
And he's doing so good up until that last flurry. And he did that jump back kick in close.
Left hook to the head by Holzken. And a right hand.
Holzken is hitting him hard right now.
It looks like Raymond Daniels is cut from that big knee in the corner.
There is blood around the left eye of Raymond Daniels. And Holzken now targeting his body with the knee. Right hand pops Daniels' head back. Wow, look at the stats.
Wow, man, he's right. Daniels, 27 landed against Holzken 12.
What? The fight immediately waved off by referee Big John McCarthy.
The cut.
Due to the severe cut over the eye of Raymond Daniels. That's a nasty gash.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. I mean, that's the third eye, and we don't mean yoga.
No.
I mean, that cut would not heal up.
Wow. You don't want to see a fight like this end this way, but it's the nature of the beast, and Nieky Holzken draws blood, but more importantly, he becomes the Glory welterweight champion.
Your winner, and now Glory welterweight champion of the world, Nieky Holzken.
So Nieky Holzken, with a devastating knee to the eye, claims the vacated welterweight championship belt. Holzken now goes to 9-0 in Glory, having defeated Raymond Daniels for the second time in 2015. With an impressive win, Holzken has no intention of giving up the belt anytime soon. Groenhart has other ideas and is planning the upset of the year.
Your winner, and now Glory welterweight champion of the world, Nieky Holzken.
Yeah, listen, man, 15 years back I was a garbage boy. I was a garbage man. Everybody was laughing at me that I'm a garbage man. But I was just working. I want to get some money and train to become where I'm at now. Since I am champion, I get a lot of attention from television and from newspapers, and it changed a lot for me, but I stayed myself, and I stay the same as I was 10 years back. Yeah, I don't know what motivates me, but I love the sport. If I take a rest for 3 or 4 days, then I'm grumpy and everything. I want to train again. So yeah, I like to compete, and also in the gym I want to be the best everywhere I train. And I think that's something what is natural for me.
Training goes perfect, as you see. 4 rounds better. Feeling very good. Ready for whatever.
Nieky got a quality, you know, of a last-minute knockout. You know, he's dangerous. He punches hard, he kicks hard, he's vicious. Every fighter should be, but we are the same. And I can tell you this, we are coming from him. He knows it, his corner knows it, everybody in Glory knows it. And soon the whole world will know it.
I'm back in the gym, back to grind. Because for December I got my next fight upcoming, so there's no excuses.
Murthel and I have a long history. I think we are together now for something like 14, 15 years. I know him since he was a little boy. And I saw him standing in the street with a lot of these street kids. and they were a bit provoking me.
I think I kicked the ball to Mike or something on his head or something because he was walking and he say, hey guys, what are you doing, man? Show some respect to the people. Well, I respond and the other guys from, what you want, man? We play soccer whatever we want, you know? So we gave him a big mouth back.
I said, listen, man, you're such a big guy. Either you step up to me now or here is my address. I've got a gym, you come to the gym and we see about that.
And we came with 15 other guys, friends, to the gym. And though he beat us up, every one of us, he beat us up. And I don't know why, but I kind of like it. So, and I stayed. I was the one who stayed after a year hard training. I did my first fight. Als er sparren is, zit er altijd voorste rij. People should come to Amsterdam because it's going to be a thriller. I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to be just a fight. And you know, I fought all this time. No, this is more. This is more than just a fight. This is emotion. This is everything is going in this fight. That's why people should come. You know, all 5 years of pain, emotion is coming out for December. And maybe people think, why are you saying that? It's just a fight. No, it's not just a fight. For me, it's a lot more than just a fight.
If Murthel has a personal problem, then it's his problem, not my problem. He has to deal with it, not me. I'm 5 years further from the fight, when I met Murthel. Now I'm four times world champion after that fight. So that's the thing was changed.
There's no greater city in the world than Amsterdam. And they're gonna duke it out the old-fashioned way. 2 guys, just gloves and a shot. And more they don't need. They got skills, they got stamina, they got the will and the power to win, both of them. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fireworks and it's gonna be the fight of the evening. And in the end of the evening, everybody will go, say, well, did you see this guy or that guy? But these 2 guys, that was a fight.
Up next, we'll look back, then ahead at the heavyweight title also on the line at Glory 26 between current champ Rico Verhoeven and #1 ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi. December 4th sees kickboxing back in its rightful home with Glory 26 Amsterdam. The Dutch masters Verhoeven and Holzken defend their titles for the very first time on home soil. In an epic rematch, Verhoeven takes on resurgent Romanian Benjamin Adegbuyi. Holzken faces off against Glory 25 tournament winner Murthel the Predator Groenhart. Plus, the featherweights fly in the contender tournament. Glory 26 Amsterdam, December 4th, live from Rise Center. After a successful title defense against Errol Zimmerman at Glory 19, it was Benjamin Adegbuyi's opportunity to take the belt from Verhoeven in France at Glory 22 in June of this year.
Fight! The bell and round 1. It was that loss at Glory 4 in Tokyo, Japan, to Sammy Schilt that proved to be an awakening for Verhoeven, where he said to himself, you know what? I can hang with the very best. I'm going to become the very best. And now at 26, he's a champion, just entering the prime of his career. In fact, the older Adegbuyi didn't start his career until he was 26.
Adegbuyi's doing a good job of stopping that inside leg kick. The one I was worried about getting chopped out.
Challenger in the black gloves, champion in the white. The jab gets through the high guard. Verhoeven.
Good jab.
Eats a couple of more stiff jabs from Adegbuyi. Verhoeven coming off his maiden voyage as champion, defeating rival Errol Zimmerman in their rubber match, an anticlimactic finish.
Wow.
Man, they're popping these jabs. Popping his head back like that Pez dispenser. Zimmerman suffered a knee injury in that fight. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Adegbuyi's jab distance is really nice. Leans in, totally pushes his shoulder out there. It's a fantastic jab.
Adegbuyi looking for the knockout and rattles him with that right hand. The last time Verhoeven was knocked out was against Zimmerman back in 2012.
Adegbuyi's got pop in that right hand.
Now, Adegbuyi's 2 losses in his career have come courtesy of left hooks. But man, these two are just teeing off on each other. And remember, against Zimmerman, we saw an ultra-aggressive Verhoeven come out, and he was slapped by his cornerman, Dennis Crowell, in that first round, saying you're making it a 50-50 fight. Is he doing the same thing here?
I don't think so. I think he's technically doing what he's supposed to be doing here, but
he's not vacating the premises.
He's not leaving. I think the power punching is surprising him a little bit.
Under a minute left in the opening round. Strong start for the challenger. Jab by Verhoeven. His conditioning, non-peril. Physically fit, can go 5 rounds easy. Beautiful combination by Adegbuyi. And again lands that jab.
That right hand of Adegbuyi is a monster.
That's his money punch, the overhand right. But the jab has been effective thus far, and there's a left body kick. Under 30 seconds remaining in the first round. Verhoeven proving he can take a shot as he's eaten some leather so far in this opening round. And again, the jab connects.
He's not only eating the jab, he's walking into the power.
Now there's that rear push kick we've seen in the past that he's finally starting to use in the dying stages of round 1. Round 2 begins, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Verhoeven defeated Daniel Guida in a rematch at the Last Man Standing pay-per-view last June in Los Angeles to claim the title. Now in his second defense against the heavy-hitting Benjamin Adegbuyi. There's Verhoeven flashing his jab. Not utilizing the footwork, though, that we've seen in the past.
Not as much at all.
Wanting to sit down and stay in the pocket, and there again, continues to dine on those nasty jabs. There's some good inside low kicks. Look at total punches, all in favor of Adegbuyi.
And the volume, much higher.
Not connecting at a high clip, but the ones that land have been effective. Meanwhile, as expected, Verhoeven with the edge in kicks. Adegbuyi known for his boxing. And that is the question. Which will prove to be victorious? What strategy? So far, they're standing toe-to-toe, just like the fans like. Starting to chop away at the challenger with 45 seconds left in the second. Wants to blind him with that flashing jab before delivering those kicks. There's a push kick from the champ. And meanwhile, Adegbuyi's output remains steadfast, delivering those combinations, but maybe not as much starch on the jab, especially.
Yeah, jab's definitely slowed down.
Feinted with the knee, misses with the right hand. There's the footwork of the champion who comes in with a punch-kick combination, Dutch style.
That's right.
No. Let's fight. Come on.
A much better round for the champion, Rico Verhoeven, going to the body with the jab. Terrific stuff here in the main event. Verhoeven opening up a big edge in kicks and now beginning to find his rhythm.
And he's picking up on Adegbuyi, too, in the percentage. He's landing good shots.
And closing the gap in the punching department. Left hook behind the guard by Adegbuyi, but there's that rear push kick Verhoeven is known for, keeping his opponents at bay. Inside low kick to the lead leg. And you do not want someone like Rico Verhoeven to get his groove, because once he starts, it's almost like he gets better as the fight wears on.
He gets stronger.
And conditioning is a question mark for Adegbuyi because of his size and because of the fact he's never been scheduled to go 5 rounds before, and that his modus operandi is to throw everything with power.
Yeah, well, this looks like a turning point, buddy, because he's starting to slow down. Verhoeven's starting to speed up. Inside, outside kicks. Push kicks back.
That was on the belt, according to referee Valenti. Adegbuyi attempts an outside low kick. But man, blistering combination, the jabs, a furious flurry by Verhoeven, and the left round kick to the body.
The right hand is still dangerous, but it's certainly slowed down.
Man, Verhoeven wants to paint a masterpiece with these jabs, and look at
Beautiful.
We talk about technique. He's the titan of technique here in round 3. Adegbuyi beginning to breathe laboriously. And now his foundation getting decimated by the
that chop.
Targeting all aspects of Benjamin Adegbuyi's anatomy, mixing it up, varying his attack the way a champion should.
Beautiful.
Painting his body with that jab. There's a jab from Adegbuyi, but again, his punch output, fewer and farther in between.
He's wearing down.
It's all glory heavyweight champion Rico Verhoeven in the 3rd round. Years ago, Dennis Crowell, Rico Verhoeven's trainer, saw Benjamin Adegbuyi in competition, and he told Rico, one day you're going to face him and in a big fight, and here it is. And even Verhoeven had said that he was a future contender. Maybe he thought it was a little too soon for Adegbuyi in his 4th glory fight, just his 22nd fight as a pro, as his head snaps back courtesy of the jab. And right now he is being outclassed by the champion.
He's being outclassed and outworked. This is why Verhoeven is the champion. He can take his athleticism, his mindset, and his intention and whoop your butt.
And these are the championship rounds, the deep water where Verhoeven wanted to drown Adegbuyi and continue to silence those critics who claim that his style is boring. I don't see how you could call what we're seeing on display here today anything close to boring. Total strikes. Wow. All in favor of Verhoeven, landing at 42%, throwing 221. And he has utilized his entire arsenal, picking apart the challenger, chopping away at the legs, tattooing him with the jab and combinations upstairs. Now Adegbuyi fires off a couple of jabs, but eats 2 quick ones of his own.
Beautiful. Oh!
And Adegbuyi showing life here in round 4.
Nice. Oh, Verhoeven trying to knee the thigh now. Adegbuyi trying to catch a breath.
1 minute left in the 4th round. Adegbuyi may be wanting to bait the champion into the corner, but Verhoeven maintaining his distance, utilizing the jab, attacking the legs. Beautiful combinations.
Very patient.
Focused. Mauro Ranallo alongside Frank Shamrock. It's beautiful, it's brutal, it's the Glory Heavyweight Championship up for grabs as champion Rico Verhoeven continues to work on the challenger Benjamin Adegbuyi. 1 round left in this championship tilt. Verhoeven looking better and better as the fight wears on. The 5th and final round begins. Champion Rico Verhoeven eats a left hook from Benjamin Adegbuyi, who's in uncharted territory, hoping he can find the GPS in the form of a thunderous shot to put down the champion, because according to our unofficial scorecards, he needs the knockout he loves so much.
He might be falling behind, but he's still got that 1 punch. He's still got that right hand.
And Adegbuyi re-inspired here to kick off round 5. The sense of urgency, showing the championship medal at least, and eating these techniques. And there's that jab again that went missing for a few rounds. But look at Verhoeven coming back with triple, quadruple.
Switching stances. Verhoeven's just marching along.
A minute gone in the fifth. 1-2 by Adegbuyi, but Verhoeven walks right through it, delivers a combination of his own.
Well, that one set him back. That one set Adegbuyi back.
The pace remains in the champion's favor.
He's knee him right in the thigh.
This is a warning. Remember, okay, it's not in the groin. Okay, come on, let's fight. Yes, come on.
He just needs to knee him once or twice more and he's done. I think he feels it.
Body work by Adegbuyi. Body kick. Coming into the fight, Verhoeven has just 11 knockouts in his 45 victories. Many people believe he's on the cusp of maybe breaking through and becoming a knockout artist as he matures as a heavyweight, because when you're a heavyweight, everyone has knockout power. But I'm sure he's content to continue to paint this masterpiece in France. The kicks, the punches, the defense. It's all Rico Verhoeven. Wow,
beautiful combo. Wow.
We are watching an artist at work. Head kick by Verhoeven. Inside low kick. Continues to vary his attack while Adegbuyi at best can just attack the head, wanting to find that Hail Mary. A blizzard of shots from the champion. Final 15 seconds. There's a reason Rico Verhoeven is called Glory Heavyweight Champion. A tremendous display of his techniques here tonight in France. What a performance!
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we send it to the judges' scorecard. They score this bout 49-46, 49-46, and 50-45, a unanimous decision for your winner. And still, Glory Heavyweight Champion of the world, Rico Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, known as one of the more tactical and precise fighters in Glory, retained his title with a unanimous decision over Adegbuyi. We met up with the current heavyweight champ as he prepares for his rematch at Glory 26 Amsterdam.
Yeah, the 4th of December, another rematch with Benjamin. In the end, I'm always happy that there's another opponent in front of me, so it doesn't matter who it is. They're always coming to knock my head off. So, you know, either it's Benny or Jafar or Ben Edwards or whatever, you know, everybody wants the champion belt and wants to say he's the king of the jungle. So, you know, I gotta stay motivated.
And now, Glory Contender Tournament champion, Benjamin Adegbuyi.
Benjamin succeeded to win the tournament in America, so he got another chance. He will be better prepared on Rico's style because he feel it in the ring. Benny, even he's 30 years old, but he's young in the game. He's only 5-6 years training. So he will increase. He will increase anyway, and he will try to make other positions to win the fight. And we have to be aware for that, because he's a natural big heavyweight and he has power. So for sure, there are coming some tactical changes from their side, and we will be aware for that. It's the game.
The sharpness comes there the last week, you know, that's the most important. Of course, now everything's good, we're sharp, we're working it, but it needs to be just that little edge. What motivates me is my family. My family is my motivation, is my, that's what gives me my dedication to work hard every day. Go to the gym, do power training, do this, go running, go this, go that, you know. It's just my motivation of keep going forward. And yeah, that's what I feel like that I'm still doing. I'm still evolving and I'm still getting better, still getting sharper. So that's what people gonna see. Even a better Rico than they saw in Lille last time.
And still, Glory Heavyweight Champion of the World, Rico Verhoeven.
I left Holland with the dream of becoming a champion, becoming the heavyweight kickboxing world champion. Now I'm coming back as the champion and defending my title in my hometown. So that's like a dream coming true.
It's gonna be amazing, the biggest show since years in Holland, with Rico fighting in his own country, with all the people from our team, more than 400 people who gonna watch and support him to defend the title again and bring it back to Zevenberg.
My whole team and all the fans, all the Dutch fans will be here cheering for me as the champion and see me defend my title. Yeah, it's perfect. It's a dream coming true.
Not unlike Nieky Holzken, Rico Verhoeven is confident his reign as heavyweight champion will continue and will not disappoint the hometown fans. December 4th sees kickboxing back in its rightful home with Glory 26 Amsterdam. The Dutch masters Verhoeven and Holzken defend their titles for the very first time on home soil. In an epic rematch, Verhoeven takes on resurgent Romanian Benjamin Adegbuyi. Holzken faces off against Glory 25 tournament winner Murthel the Predator Groenhart. Plus, the featherweights fly in the contender tournament. Glory 26 Amsterdam, December 4th, live from Rye Center. So the table is set for Glory 26 Amsterdam, and what a loaded card it is. Two of Glory's great champions defend their titles on their home turf and look to extend their dominance in the Glory ring. First up, two-time defending champ Rico Verhoeven with a 9-1 record, unbeaten in 3 years in the Glory ring, takes on #1 ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi, coming off his only loss in Glory at the hands of Verhoeven at Glory 22 Lille. Then, undefeated in Glory at 9-0. Nieky Holzken makes his first title defense against underdog, yet determined #1 ranked Murthel Groenhart, who, like Holzken, will be fighting in front of his home countrymen. It all starts out with the 4-man featherweight contender tournament, with the winner getting a shot at newly crowned champ Sergey Adamchuk. Our season ends in Amsterdam at Glory 26.
Are you ready for glory?